an excellent
So
song.
now we have 999 to go.
Well, not tonight, but
That's it, I'm going.
but
All of his.
no, not tonight. But anyways, I just think of me as your friendly neighborhood newscaster, or what do they call troubadour? Used to sing the news, right? Sunday, February 3rd, coming up, is a very auspicious day. Anybody know what happened Sunday?
Super Bowl.
Yes.
Groundhog Day.
No, that's tomorrow. That's the second. I'll give you a hint. The year was 1959.
Oh my God.
Sputnik,
Buddy Holly,
They
Greg
did-
Cropper, Richard Valens. That's
Yes,
right.
the day. That's right, Alex. The day the music died.
Oh, Buddy Holly.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
So, yeah, I have it on my calendar. Yeah, Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, J.P. Richardson, the Big Bopper, and the pilot, Paul Peterson, were killed in the plane crash. Now, it's so sad that when they took off that night, late that night, they chartered a plane because the heater in the bus broke down. They didn't want to freeze. They were already freezing. It was a very poorly organized tour. The tour company really took advantage of these people terribly. And the weather report, they got a weather report, it was fine. And when they took off, weather was clear, cold and clear. But then shortly after takeoff, they came into a blinding snowstorm. And unfortunately, Mr. Peterson, the pilot, was not authorized to fly in those kind of conditions. And, when you're flying and you can't see out the window, you have to be trained to rely on your instruments. And I guess he just wasn't instrument rated or just wasn't current, but he can't tell which way is up.
Visual.
Yeah, he can't tell which way is up. Yeah, probably VFR, yeah. So, anyway, unfortunately they crashed. It was a horrible, violent crash. They were all instantly killed. And something interesting, J.P. Richardson was sick with the flu. So we asked Waylon Jennings for a seat on the plane, and Waylon said okay. So Waylon gave up his seat. Let's move to something else here. Yeah, and there was also a coin toss. And I think Richie Valens wanted to fly, even though he had previously been afraid of flying. He wanted to give it a try again. So he tossed a coin with someone else, and he won the coin toss. Now, the most ironic and maybe horrible thing of all is that, Buddy, you have to understand, Waylon Jennings was, he was a famous country singer many years after that. Buddy Holly was sort of his mentor. He played bass for Buddy, and he was sort of his mentor. And they were joking around. So when Waylon Jennings, when Buddy Holly realized he was going to fly, so he said to Waylon, "I hope your old bus freezes over." And Waylon Jennings sort of said in jest, "Well, I hope your old plane crashes."
Whoa.
And I guess that must have haunted him
For the rest
of his life. It had to have. And Don McLean, 10 years later, wrote this song. And a lot of people in the song, the Beatles, Bob Dylan, Elvis, everybody's in this song. Long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. I knew if I had my chance, I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die." Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so, soul, and can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronco buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew that I was out of luck the day the music died. Okay, let's hear ya. Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Well, for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone, but that's not how it used to be. Well, the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, in a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned, no verdict was returned, and while Lennon read a book on Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We were singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Helter skelter in a summer swelter, the birds flew off with a fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. Well, it landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. Well, the halftime air was sweet perfume, while sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We were singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Well, and there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space, with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him from the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. And he was singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues. I asked her for some happy news. She just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store. Well, I heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried and the poets dreamed. Not a word was spoken, the church bells all were broken. And the 3 men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing, bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. John McLean. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chuck. Next.